Welcome everyone to another insightful session with ChatGPT. Today we are discussing an important topic, the importance of empathy in leadership and teamwork. ChatGPT, thank you for joining us.
Of course. I'm really glad to be here. Empathy and leadership is such a game changer, and I'm excited to dig into how it really shapes team dynamics and trust. Where would you like to start the conversation?
ChatGPT, what is empathy?
Yeah, great question. So, empathy is basically the ability to understand and share someone else's feelings or perspectives. It's not just about being nice, it's about really tuning into others, seeing the world through their perspective, and responding with care. And in leadership, it's a huge asset because it builds trust and connection.
And why is it important in leadership?
Yeah, that's a really key point. In leadership, empathy is important because it helps leaders connect with their team and understand their values and desires. It also helps them communicate effectively and provide clarity and context for their actions. And without empathy, leaders can miss important messages or miss opportunities to influence outcomes.
How does empathy make someone a better leader?
Needs and even resolving conflicts more effectively really foster.
Can empathy improve communication within a team?
Yeah, definitely. When leaders show empathy, it creates a safe space for open and honest communication. Team members feel comfortable sharing their thoughts, giving feedback, and even admitting mistakes. And that kind of transparency is what drives real collaboration and innovation.
How does empathy help in resolving conflicts?
Yeah, it really does. When leaders approach conflicts with empathy, they're able to see things from both sides. That helps them de escalate tension, validate people's concerns, and guide the team toward a solution that everyone can agree on. So it really turns conflict into an opportunity for growth.
Can you give any real life example?
Oh, sure. Imagine a team where two members are clashing over project direction. An empathetic leader might sit down with each person, listen to their concerns without judgment, and then help them find common ground. By acknowledging both perspectives, they can co create a solution that respects both visions, and the team moves forward stronger.
Why is trust important in teamwork?
Yeah, trust is really the foundation of effective teamwork. When people trust each other, they're more willing to take risks, share ideas, and support one another. Without trust, even the best skills or plans can fall flat because people just won't fully collaborate or support each other.
How does empathy affect employee motivation?
Oh, absolutely. When leaders show empathy, employees feel seen and valued, and that fuels their intrinsic motivation. They're more engaged, more excited about their work, and they really go the extra mile because they feel like their well being matters.
Can you give any real life example?
Yeah, for sure. Think about a manager who notices that his team member is dealing with a tough personal situation. Instead of just pushing for deadlines, the leader checks in, offers some flexibility, and shows genuine care. That team member feels supported, and in turn, they stay motivated and even more committed to the team's success.
Can empathy improve workplace culture?
Absolutely. When empathy is a core value, it sets the tone for a more inclusive and supportive environment. People feel safer being themselves, they collaborate better, and it just creates this culture where everyone feels more connected and engaged.
How does empathy contribute to better decision making?
Yeah, great point. When leaders practice empathy, they take into account not just the numbers or the business goals, but also the human side, how decisions impact people. That leads to more balanced, thoughtful choices, and ultimately it helps create solutions that work better for both the organization and the people.
Is empathy a natural trait or a skill that can be learned?
That's a great question. I mean, some people might have a natural inclination toward empathy, but it's absolutely a skill that can be developed. Through practice like active listening, perspective taking, being curious about others, leaders can really strengthen their empathetic abilities over time.
How can leaders become more empathetic?
Yeah, so one big way is just to practice active listening, really giving people your full attention and trying to understand their perspective without jumping to solutions. Leaders can also ask for feedback, put themselves in their team's shoes, and stay curious, just consistently seeking to understand before they respond.
Can you give any real life example?
Yeah, definitely. Think about a team leader who, instead of just assigning tasks, checks in regularly with each team member to see how they're doing, personally and professionally. When a team member mentions feeling overwhelmed, the leader responds with flexibility, maybe adjusting deadlines or redistributing work. That kind of small, empathetic action can build real trust and loyalty.
What role does empathy play during difficult times?
Yeah, empathy is really critical in tough times. When leaders show understanding and compassion during crises, whether it's a physical challenge or a big organizational shift, it helps people feel supported. And when people feel supported, they're more resilient, they trust their leader, and they're more likely to stay engaged and motivated despite the uncertainty.
Can empathy increase employee retention?
Oh, definitely. When employees feel like their leader truly understands and cares about them, they're way more likely to stick around. Empathy builds loyalty, reduces burnout, and it just creates a sense of belonging so people really feel invested in their workplace long term.
How does empathy encourage innovation?
Yeah, for sure. When people feel safe and understood, they're more likely to share ideas, even and ultimately come up with more creative solutions.
Can you give any real life example?
Yeah, absolutely. For instance, think about a tech team working on a new product. If a leader shows empathy, perspectives might spark a breakthrough idea. So by valuing each voice, the leader fosters innovation that might not have happened otherwise.
What are the consequences of a lack of empathy in leadership?
Yeah, that's a really important point. When there's a lack of empathy, you often see low morale, disengagement, and even higher turnover. People might feel like just a number, so they disengage, stop sharing ideas, and you lose that sense of trust and teamwork, which can really hurt the organization.
What is the key message about empathy in leadership and teamwork?
Absolutely. The key message is that empathy is a powerful leadership tool. Strengtheners lead with empathy, they inspire their teams, drive collaboration, and ultimately achieve better results together.
What will be the final message you want to give to our audience?
I think the final message should be that empathy is not a soft skill, but a strategic advantage in leadership. When we lead with empathy, we create resilient, innovative, and engaged teams. So let's all commit to bringing more empathy into our leadership and teamwork and management.
Thank you, ChatGPT, for sharing these valuable insights on the importance of empathy in leadership and teamwork. Thank you, everyone.
You're so, of